sacred's in control. Laughter's all around, magic fills the soul. Speed shopping through dreams, oh what a delight. Mrs. Doubtfire's charm lights up the night. Stitch's laughter echoing, a fun-filled scene. Disney magic, mayhem all around. Feel the rhythm pulsing, laughter is our sound. Speed shopping through the joy, all under one roof. Every moment we create, let's share the truth. Yeah, yeah, let's share the truth. In the land of wonder, where wishes take flight, impressions and giggles, everything feels right. A presence all around us, moments we won't miss. In this present life, let's cherish every bliss. Join the merry crowd, let your worries fade. Disney magic, mayhem all around. Feel the rhythm pulsing, laughter is our sound. Speed shopping through the joy, all under one roof. Every moment we create, let's share the truth. Let the print times hold. So So come and feel the vibe. Let the good times. So come and feel the vibes roll. Richard's Disney dream.
Here we go. Focus.
Wherever you are, across this great nation, across this great world, welcome in. What are you guys doing? Just sitting there. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Who won the painting? Sony 4K, but he said he wanted to donate it to Felix Gomez. Alright, here we go. So here's what we have, guys. Here's Phil. Phil. We're just gonna remember Phil, guys. We're gonna be here for a little bit. We're gonna have food. Phil. Hi, Mom. Here's Phil. There he is, guys. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. There's us. Yeah. Aw, Phil's you are. Yes. How are you? 10 magical years with the Walt Disney Company. Thanks for being here today. This is gonna be a little bit of a different stream. Welcome to the mayhem, guys. We're at his favorite restaurant here. So we got some pot stickers. We got some snap peas. They brought out some stuff here, and here. There's Phil. So, thanks for your support, guys. Thanks for being here. This is my buddy Phil. He'll be buried in Indianapolis. So thanks, everyone. So this stream's gonna be for like friends and family that can't be here, and then anybody that wants to be here and just support me. So thanks, guys. So I'll move. Alright guys, I'm gonna need something to eat. I'm hungry. Hang on a second. Thanks for being here.
Let me go see the. Doing well, man. When you go through these challenges, I should funeral like church. We go to a big church coming up. I should go up to the 15-year-old young road and even so there's probably 400 people there. Most of them were in 16. So yeah, it was a celebration, but you could see the ones that didn't wait. They didn't know Jesus, and they were suffering. They were having just prayed and with their mom and dad. And that's my first to say at 15 years old. What's going on? And they were
I haven't introduced me yet. He came in second in the
I'm his cousin. And you know, by the way, I wasn't sure. We were hauling stuff out yesterday. Kevin was my supervisor. And at some point, you have to have supervision. And he was real quick to make sure I had supervision. Okay. That's work. We did all flights of stairs. No stairs. Oh, okay. Yeah.
He kept a box for everything, every electronic device. There's phone dating all the way back to before they house phone. Yeah, office house phone.
Any mobile phones?
Nope. Not yet. He when he had a mobile phone, he kept his whole flip phone for the longest. He did not want to change. It was smart. He didn't want nothing to do with it. Until Verizon told him, we don't want this company. We don't fix it. We're not sending the wavelength TV anymore. You need to go to it. So he's forced to get a smartphone. And still he uses it as much as he uses his own computer. To me, the smartphone is just as good as a computer.
But being a computer
I'd be more invested than I do with my own laptop.
oh yeah, we do business things. So, not only for because
Your phone is on, your smartphone is only as smart as you want it to be. You allow it to be. If you don't allow your smartphone to be smart, it ain't going to give you what you want. Okay? The sad thing about it, those of you used to get out of information like that over and over again, when it starts messing up, like,
oh, I know, yeah.
you only got 2 seconds to wait.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, this is forever.
This week's not patient.
I use Snap, but my shark is that tall.
He had a major
Work my eyes up. Pain. Stress and anxiety. That was my problem.
I told Fritzy, I looked at you yesterday, there's the whole year. You had a little bit of color, you know, so we need to get out the heat or get
I was reaching my limit as far as this was good, but I'm not just sitting back. That's not what's important. It's hard for me.
yeah.
But I've learned not to push myself around people when it's from I need to sit. And I don't know if you can see in the background, it's getting more and more forward. And my core is not very strong in my core right now. But I'm getting there.
We're learning to say thank you, though, okay? Yeah, so I go, I need to do this and do that, and go, we'll do it, we'll do it. No, I got and she goes, and then, we got, you know, you come into it, you shouldn't, and then we go, hey. And so, okay, so, I wait before I go up in there, we'll go up.
Y'all get some pot stickers? Some California roll?
What's up, the bus?
Yeah. You might get something.
The salty eggnog, the soy leaf, yeah. Are you one of those who don't come to one of these places? Just not the raw. But you've been to one of these.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. She was it. She just doesn't like.
Well, the California roll, all it is imitation crab, avocado, and rice.
It's the sushi rice.
Sticky rice. It's very sticky. Yeah, sushi rice is very sticky. Well, there are pot sticks over there. And head one.
Turn this side up.
Here, I'll show you my. Where am we sitting at?
Share the link for the video for the live stream. Okay. Chantel, Joe, she just had her shoulder replaced. A week ago,
It's okay.
she's becoming.
So you have your phone? That was for the picture.
And she's getting along very well.
So I. Yeah.
Yeah, it was either long horn or.
Let me entertain some peeps here. We got 17 watching. I need another Pepsi.
Over by off of Central Florida.
Just turn it down a little bit. You're good though. You're catching it live. What's your name? Eric? You want to say hi? I mean, it's okay. Hey, Eric, guys.
Hi, guys.
Remembering Phil, guys. Friend I didn't even know he had. There you go.
Good to be here.
We need Pepsi. Snap. One bite, everybody knows the rules. On Instagram?
No.
Yes, I did.
Well, Phil was in Ocala for a while. That's when he was younger. Yeah. Himself a little trouble.
And he caused a little problem, what did you say? He caused a little problem.
No, he got caught with a little problem.
Oh, that's right. That was growing on the,
Yeah, got busted. So then he worked his way out here. So we went
Alright, let's try
a
this.
little bit in Ocala. Then we came out here. And we hadn't seen it.
Archie, the Zoom isn't zoomed.
So the same temperament and attitude. Funny.
I don't know, I cannot find it here.
And
Which one? Wow, good to see you. Well, that's it. That's my name. Maybe underscore.
looking for a
Amen.
Well, we were laughing because this rascal pretended to have a heart murmur, and I carried him up and down the stairs for how long was that?
Hold on a second. I have you right here.
Well, I lived with him in the basement all that summer. He remember? Yeah. That summer I spent week after week.
Is this you?
In the dungeon.
Yes.
But no, it's still there, by the way. If you know the land is out. I've been wondering if they plowed it down and put development.
Also, like my friends list of people that I have like the majority. I mean, not like all of them, but like, that's a good.
We were doing
Okay.
300 lots or something. And it's really
Are you ready to say one, right?
Yeah. Same one. Yeah, it was probably the same time.
So it was on the way.
But yeah, those are it.
So that whole thing was 10 human beings.
And you can find everything there, and you got my YouTube, so we're good to go.
We get
Let's keep it there.
Okay. Let me see if I can grab
see here. It has to be almost 2 feet good. And I had my concrete, I had a concrete cover on this. And I drove that in there and that's where I built the first precast house.
I remember young teenagers that would change the toys and it was all.
Yes, I remember. You know, they're still standing. In fact, I'm going to Liberty Union.
All right.
Let's
try it. I'm about 1.5 miles down the road.
Oh, it's not so far.
Yeah,
away.
not far at all. Are you far? Are you far?
From Kissimmee.
Okay.
You know, of the old town?
Yeah.
Yeah, around that.
Oh,
yeah.
that's not far at all. You go to Disney at all? You have a pass?
I
No?
want to buy a annual pass.
Yeah.
But
Like the,
I downloaded here, so I was.
oh, right.
Would, but now that I know you play it, it's interesting. Why I go there to
Right. Thank you.
And sweet tea. Still trying to find the farmhouse.
Hot stickers.
a lot of people probably. Or
Did you guys remember 5 acres?
Probably not. This is it.
And so now I wait for it.
Like I said, a lot of people are from far away.
Especially with the creek.
Thank you for joining me today, guys.
Eddie Apple.
I know this isn't your regular stream, but at least people are stopping in and saying hi and seeing what's going on, and you know what I mean.
and Eddie moved. I just talked to him last week. They moved out on
I do need to share the stream.
Indian Lake or someplace out there.
So how you share the stream is you hit share, copy link, and then I go into messages,
Leased about 5 acres.
and then I send it to everybody.
Built a building out there with 5-ton frame, mobile home inside. To finish building the house. Eddie did all the drainage.
Oh, that's nice.
He loved that. Oh, thank you. Oh, man.
That seems to be the story.
Cheers.
Where'd you go? Thank you. We met on Southport a couple years ago. I didn't make it out.
Let me see here.
That was September of 22. There's the last one.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Here he is. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was great. That's him though. Yeah, that was fun. That was at the Crystal Palace. So
Oh,
there he
it's a
is.
beautiful place, huh?
Yeah, well, that was at the Magic Kingdom for sure.
Which part do you like most?
Oh, Epcot.
Epcot's.
Epcot's my favorite. Who do you think you are? I needed my Tigger hat for that one. Enjoying the stream. Please, if you like, no, that's all right.
I'm studying here at the English school. And today was the last day.
Okay.
So we did like a party, so I'm full.
Oh, okay.
Today was the last day. So
Well, you're doing great. I mean, it was an English class. You were
Yes,
learning English.
Class, yes.
Good deal.
I still have a lot of things to learn.
No, that's great. The more you speak, and what was your previous
Portuguese.
Portuguese? Wow. Okay.
My father, he's from Japan, and then after the war, he moved. He left to Brazil, so I was born over there.
In Brazil.
Yeah.
I didn't settle down in the school till 8th grade at Perry East. Yeah. So I
Did
go
you
to
like
school 1 or 2 times. You make friends with your father, you did both.
All the cucumbers.
it was easy to make them come. But I never got into the big deal.
Cucumbers.
Well, you remember Kevin Raff?
Cucumbers, guys.
On my dad's Raff.
Oh,
Yeah, you probably just done the family, cross family stuff. He died of
Oh. oh,
He was already exactly our age. Yeah, ALS.
Ah. oh.
I still talk to him. He's alive. Oh, yeah, there's a whole backstory. There's a whole backstory to it. Did you know that he was quite involved with that? Up to the day he died. Involved? First thing in this stuff.
Yeah.
Right at work. He just didn't have another. You're it.
That was terrible.
Go do business. Take care of his affairs. They were told that he went to the funeral, but no one knew.
I don't know if I can. Oh my God.
He called me out. 7 years for his Thanksgiving.
Retired from there, yeah. Oh, those cucumbers are terrible. Oh,
Have these acted against the cancer.
8 months ago. I
If you hang up on me, I don't understand.
so I think it was in.
You should have a talk to her. You're still my brother.
I was working for Cureleaf up in Mount Dora, growing cannabis for Florida. And I think it was July when I had left there.
You never reconciled with
And
so
so from like the end of July into August, he was starting to cough a lot, and then he started coughing up blood, like, and it was like coming out on his like napkin. Yeah, and I don't know. He thought he coughed too hard or something. But then one day, he was like gasping for air, and he was coughing up big chunks of blood, and it looked like it was terrible. It was really bad. And I rushed him to the hospital. And yeah, because I wasn't working at the time. I was like in between, like looking for work or deciding what I was going to do next. No, it doesn't. But when you're coughing it out of your lungs, I thought it was chunks of his lungs. And so I like rushed him to the hospital. I said, get in and like hang on, because we're going. And like, the TT, I have my car. And so like, we got him to the hospital quicker than I think the ambulance could have. And when I rushed him to the hospital, we went directly into like the emergency room. Like I, pulled right up front and wheeled him in, and then they wheeled over, and then they went directly through that room. And then he went back into the 10 minutes of me being there. They had him like under. They had put him under, and so he was in like an induced coma or whatever you want to call it, with the tracheotomy thing down his throat for like 2 or so weeks. and he was like completely out, and they were keeping him in that like state, and they were cleaning out his lungs because he had mucus and stuff in his lungs, so it was a whole ordeal for like a month he was in there. And then he went and had some scans done, and then I came in one day and he was crying. And he was like, the doctor gave me like 6 to 8 months to live. And I was like, he was upset that day. And I said, Josh, I said, that's where I came up with like, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. I said, just focus on today. And I said, don't worry about 6 to 8 months from now. Try to focus on us maybe beating it or whatever, So he went and did the radiation, and then he started on the chemo, and he did the chemo like 2 weeks back to back, like it was 2 weeks, and that was the last time he had left the house. I went and picked his truck up from the clinic where he went to go see the doctor, and then he went from the ambulance from the clinic to the hospital, and then like 2 weeks after that. 2 weeks after that, he. I can only do so much, guys. 2 weeks after that. Yeah. Was it 2 weeks? I think it was 2 weeks. But yeah. So, like 2 weeks, I think, after he went in, and it was just a constant downhill battle. Like, it was like he went from, he started on oxygen, and then once he went on oxygen, and then it went to the mask, and then it was like, all oxygen all the time because he was having a hard time. He can only say conversation, because he only had, and it was like, he was really going through it bad there, so the radiation blew a hole in his, like the tube that connects to the lung, like you have your tube that goes down, and then the ones that branch out. And then there's ones that branch out after the one that branches out, right? Like you have 2 more that come off of this one. Well, the hole was in one of those branches that was way down in there, and they couldn't repair it. You know what I mean? It was he had an infection in his lung. He was trying to beat the pneumonia. So it was a bunch of balls. Plus he had, they couldn't do surgery because of his, his heart,
But he was so brave.
Yeah, he went out fighting. He wasn't ready to go. And, yeah, he wasn't ready. Are you guys good? Can you guys hear me? Is that, I don't know. So, oh, Bill, I didn't even send you the link to the live stream. Oh, you were?
It was 24 seconds long. It's 30. 30 people watching right now.
Oh, 22, yeah.
I sent into some people that work with him.
Can we meet Bill?
Other people keep an eye out for
Hi, Bill. How are you? This is
Exceptional. How about you?
Guys, this is Bill. This is Phil's brother. Bill, how are you, Bill?
Our parents were real creative. We had similar names. So
Phil and Bill.
yeah.
Real creative.
Yeah.
So this is Phil's brother, guys. Bill.
Yeah.
New subscriber to the channel.
There you go.
New subscriber.
So, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Great day.
Yeah. Remembrance. Yeah.
Any of you local guys are out there, come on in. We're
Yeah.
going to have her toasted a little bit.
Yeah. We got
Talk about Josh. You see, you know,
Yeah.
what.
got a toasting about Felix. Good to see you. Hey, guess what, buddy? You got the painting today. Sony 4K went ahead and said, I'm going to go ahead and forward that to Felix. Guys, get a hold of me. Felix, get a hold of me. You send me their address and I'll send you the painting.
Yeah.
And the pin.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that's kind of, you know, you have to read and everything. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I barely know how to read. I sound out the words and
that's
I
it.
just
Okay.
kind of work my way through it.
That's a big one there.
It is a big one.
Yeah.
That was interesting. There's Kevin. Smile, Kevin. You're on candy camera. There's Kevin, everybody.
I'm intrigued by your tripod.
Yeah, it's a gimbal. Here we go. We have Marcus. This is Marcus. Marcus, wave like
You
guys.
can embarrass his other brother, too.
I will. We're almost there. We're not to that side of the table.
Oh, not to that side.
That's Jeff. Say hi, Jeff. There's Jeff. Jeff, Marcus, Bill, Kevin, me. We're gonna go this way though. All right, here we go.
It's kind of fun sharing those.
Hi, how are you? Hey, hey, what's your name?
Fantastic.
Hi. How are you? What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Hey, no, come on. You have to introduce yourself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm Jeff.
Jeff and Linda, and these is Jeff and Linda. And how do you know Phil?
Phil is, I'm his oldest brother.
His oldest brother, Jeff, and his wife. There you go. There.
I'm the patriarch of the kids.
It's okay.
How's that sound?
Yeah, you're the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
Okay, there you go. So we're making introductions here.
Very good.
I hope you don't mind. You guys don't
No,
mind?
that sounds great.
Phil's part.
Bill got a release.
Here we go. It's just we're coming around.
Yeah. Are you copyrighted?
We're good here. And then what's your name?
Trust me, we're good.
Ron.
It's like Donna, but with an R.
Okay, and you are Tom. And then okay, there we go, guys. And how do you know Phil?
I'm his cousin.
Cousin. There you go, cousin. And then we got Eric. You want to say hi, Eric?
Hi.
There he is. Eric, it's just a good friend of Phil's. There we go. So that's who we have here right now, guys. Coming back around. Coming back around.
Are you there?
We're here.
All right.
All right, Jeff, guys, thank you so much. I just wanted to, so whoever's watching at home, you can catch it on the replay.
Well, actually,
And then send it out and share. Oh, guess what, guys? He owns an Audi TT too.
I do. I've got a TT Quattro convertible.
He's got the convertible. It's the first edition, though. He owns the
Yeah.
first.
I have a 2017 Dodge Ram pickup.
Dodge.
I think he went away.
Dodge.
Huh?
Antonio Tower. All right, you guys want to go see where we're at? I'm gonna show you the restaurant. Let me show you around a little bit. Let me go show them the restaurant here. Thanks, guys. I just wanted to. Hope you guys don't mind. Thanks so much. All right. All right. Who's this? All right, guys. Antonio Tower. Thank you. Yeah, they're we took them. Yeah. He's so. He was a great. He really was. All right, guys. I'm gonna show you the restaurant. I'm not gonna show you people eating, but I'm gonna show you the restaurant. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Southwest Orlando, Florida. Here we are. This is Misu, Japanese steakhouse and sushi. This is where we're at. Mitsu. No, you're good. Thank you, Tonio Tower. Mitsu. Oh, it's a great place, guys. This is where Phil and I would always go and eat. We'd always come in here. We'd always come in and we'd always sit down at the bar right here. And we go up and sit down at the sushi bar here. So, thank you for being here, everyone. Appreciate your support. So yeah, that's my buddy Phil, guys. You know, that's my buddy Phil. There's a Best Buy down here. There's an Olive Garden across the way, right down there. And then you have some water over here. It's beautiful here. Thanks for letting us be a part of this. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you for your support, guys. I mean, it's my buddy Phil. I miss him. I mean, you guys talk to him. Some of you have, you know what I mean? Like, you guys used to talk to him and when he was in chat. Phil is loving this. Yeah, he's definitely, hope he's enjoying it. Thanks, Will. I appreciate it. Yeah. It is what it is, guys. It's tough. It's tough, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to keep myself entertained in there so I don't lose it. He's forever ninja watching is what he is doing. Sending love from Alabama. Hey, good to see you. Phil was amazing and one of the first folks I met in Alabama. Jeff and Matt. Oh, good to see you guys. Hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you're new. Disney Mom, thanks for finding us. Welcome in. Phil had love for everyone. He did. He was great, guys. Yeah, he was great, guys. He was great. There's a Plato's Closet right next door. We got a Best Buy down here. We got a Olive Garden right here. This is right off of Osceola here. Osceola and what is that? John Young, I think. Yeah, guys. Toast a drink to you when you're gone and go have some sushi on ya, you know? I actually know where that's at. Well, then there you go. Hey, Sierra! Cruising Theme Park Guides, thanks for being here. Go eat some more, Richard. Alright, let's go. Alright, guys. so we'd come in here and we'd sit down at the bar. Hey, how's it going? This was our sushi guy right here. This is our guy right here. And he would order the sexy roll. I would order the miso roll. Hi. I'm just watching you work.
Oh, okay.
You don't mind, it's okay? It's okay? Okay. That's our sushi guy. That's our sushi guy. He was the one that made Phil's roll all the time, guys. This is where we'd sit. We'd sit right here. Alright. Hey. So yeah, guys, great little restaurant, guys. Great little restaurant. Alright. So here we are. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome.
Down in the Vivi, that area down along the river, so I covered that area.
So
I
yeah.
remember I called on
I was told to come in and get some more. We're gonna do a toast here at 3.
But anyway, I would stay
Okay.
overnight down there with the customers at the cabin.
And then I was probably gonna end it after 3. Like just
Steak and tobacco. Oh, yeah. That was a good time.
but it's we got 5 more minutes. So I would like to have at least a shot of wine or something. You know, like the plum wine. We do it. We do.
Give me a minute, please.
Jump on the railroad.
He did that quite often.
Well, in mine, I was the adventure of that.
That guy is still a friend. And,
Thanks, Will.
and we still see each other.
Everybody wants a glass of plum wine.
I don't eat Fritzy would.
Okay. You? No, just. I know you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
The
we could try it. Sure. Of course, we're gonna try it.
but no,
Of course, we're gonna try it.
yeah, we used to jump. And go down oh yeah.
Thank you for being here, everybody, today. Appreciate it.
And we did that, and we go down and
Appreciate it.
Indiana, and then that area down there. Still learn.
Yes, he is. Yes, Disney Mom. Yes, he is.
We used to.
Did you hop off there, help us out? Time that just right?
I got So I posted the eulogy that is going to be read today in the description.
How's the train going?
So check that out. Hugs. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No lights on, roadways
Where?
at night and stuff.
Didn't that work out?
He had a little 51 Chevy, and that, I had the Hudson. The old Hudson. But they would play slips.
Felix, are you excited?
That's where you would.
You were forward at an Art by Nemad original, guys. Art by Nemad original. You got my lemonade ready? Thanks, Sarah. Love you too. Love you. Thank you, Bethany.
Our son Steve, I had told him about that a bit. I assume that's how it happened.
Thank you so much.
And
I got my Powerade Zero ready.
And he had no insurance.
I'm gonna have some plum wine. I'll have a plum wine. Got my double shot espresso with some Kahlua, and I'm ready to go. Guys, I love these drinks. Keep them coming. Steamboat Willie and Nieman Felix. You got it, Felix. It's yours. It's yours, Felix. You're doing great, Richard. Big hugs for me. Oh, that's my mom, guys. What else we got? We got a cherry Coca-Cola. Bless you all, guys. Thank you so much. We've got water here. We have a couple plum wines, Pepsi. I really enjoyed the stream since I cannot be there. You're more than welcome. Love you all. Thank you so much.
Small to be ready for toast.
Yeah, we're coming up on the toast, guys. We're coming up. Soon as it comes out here. I've seen it. Thank you so much. Right.
I played back in the Vanguard days. I played against Tom.
And lived at home.
Well, they went to Greenwood, and that's back when they were in middle school. And then when we went down to you, tried to walk on, and I made it to the last cut. And she's waiting. And
She's a new subscriber. We got a new subscriber, guys.
and I bought one of Tom's shot. And he chewed into Tom. How'd you let that little guy do that to you? But you know, I didn't make it, obviously, and the guy that did make it was 6'5". And but yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. Got good stuff.
But
Guys, we almost got on Tower of Terror yesterday. We almost got in. I was dedicated to standing in line to Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror. Did you see that villain show? Did you guys like that? I thought that was a pretty cool villain show.
oh yeah, we started basketball before football came out.
I don't need a lot.
They already knew who was going to make the team.
You know what I mean? Like, so you can make like littler ones if you can. Next time I'm in Disney, hope to meet you. You do some amazing things for this world. You are a ray of light. Wow. That's about the best comment I've read all day.
Our son played
Thank you for saying that.
football and baseball. And he was all state. Sorry.
I like that. You do some amazing things for this world. I like that.
He did a scholarship in U.S. and
Thank you.
And then
Thank you for that compliment.
assistant from there.
It means the world to me.
Oh.
Joel's here. Joel, what's going on? The villain shows just a great break from the heat. He said it's a little bit too loud for a nap, but the seats are comfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
And then her knees were shot,
Seats
and her senior year, she
are
started.
comfortable. Definitely comfortable.
Yeah. So her junior year went to the college and lost to the state.
All right, guys, here we go.
You said yes, right? You said yes.
I see we should have been together. I see 5'11", and she was basketball, she was cheerleading.
That's right. Sorry.
Thank you. And then she went to the academy. She was on that path. Got injured going
Got the family. We're all gonna.
we ended up playing handball. And now she said, she got to enjoy it.
It's fine. I like plum wine.
She wouldn't have accomplished what she
Phil and I would get it all the time when we would go to China.
Good swimmer. She did
We would work our way around. We would get the plumb line in China, and then we would go over and do.
The owner of the school.
Are we?
his brother was a Hefford.
This toast is for my dear friend, which is like brother. I've known him as Josh. If you would lead us in a prayer, I appreciate it.
I can do that. It's been an attitude of prayer. Lord Father, we'd ask that you would take care of us, each of us, in the ways that we need to be taken care of. We know that Phil has reached the ultimate goal of the destiny of life. We ask that you will let each of us understand that we're passing through to a greater and more illustrious ever after. Amen.
Amen.
If everyone would please go to the family and take your glass of things to place with them, please. You stay where you're at. Stay.
I'll go to him.
To a dear friend of mine.
Oh, and then just I'm gonna cling it, and you just cling it that way. Thank you, dears. Thank you. Hey guys. For Phil? For Phil?
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. To a good friend. To
You and I.
We will.
let me get it. Cling it.
To Josh?
To Josh? To
Josh.
Phil?
For Phil.
To Phil? Rest in peace.
That's nice.
Oh, that is really good, isn't it?
You know, just a little bit colder.
For Phil, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
If you go to China,
Probably.
they have one over there. A little smaller glass.
Good. So when they do festival, they probably have another.
Or they still do.
Thanks, guys.
Just give me a small thing of hot sugar.
Appreciate it.
So, Richard, how would he have ended that?
You know, how would he have ended it? He would have tipped the sushi guy, and we would have just,
I heard that he always tried to make change in the tip jar.
Yeah, no. I don't know. How would he have ended it? I don't know how. Well, I will say this, that this was his favorite place to come, and we would always we would come in here, and we really wouldn't even have to say anything. So we just go sit down at the bar there, and it was usually always open. There's 2 seats there, and then he would get it's a sexy roll on the board, and it just had a certain stuff in it that he liked, And I would get the miso roll, which is like a little tempura with fish in it. It's really good. And we would share a steamed shumai. He would get a plum wine, I would get a Pepsi, and we'd just sit there and we would just talk about whatever was going on and just enjoy each other's company. So, yeah. So he was a good friend. He was an amazing guy,
Well, now it's time for the brothers to give some insight.
Do what now?
You have to give an insight, he said.
Oh,
it's time for you to give a story.
We could sit down.
Yes.
Okay.
He said sit down. Take your seats. Take your seats, everyone.
What's your biggest story? What's the big story?
Take your seats. Thanks, guys.
Actually, we were slightly a fractured family. I am the oldest of the boys, and quite honestly, I didn't have that much time with the 4 below me. I had an older sister, 18 months older than I was,
And then the next one was Bill. And then came
Bobby.
Barbara, and then Phil, and then Buck.
Big family.
As we were sharing memories here, Tom can remember more about me than I can.
Most of it good. Most of it good.
That's
Most of it.
That's good. That's good to hear, right?
That's really good
That's
to
good
hear.
to
Thank you, Tom.
Remember
I got your back.
And I really don't have a lot of good stories because at the time I'm 82. So there's a difference between ages there, and so that period of time I care a lot. I was the caregiver
Thanks, guys.
in terms of the kids, so to speak. And so from that point down, I went off to college, and that was when you were I went off to school at 18. You were 9 different. So you can see the difference in the ages. So my memories are simply coming home, but I like all driving in and relation we like to work. And so we did a lot of prison
And Crook.
and cook. We got that from our grandfather Bible side. And it's interesting to think
Thanks,
about
sirs.
all the men, and I'm going to soon we all try to do for the family. We didn't want to do it. My wife's a great cook. I live here and everything.
You better correct me.
She's very good. But that's typical. So I'm just happy I got a chance to share some things with Phil after knowing what had and so I just feel blessed to have had all of my brothers and sisters. And Ray and Con, we were talking about fractured family may seem to be on the opposite side.
It's okay. Take
You
care.
know what? It has value and brings things together.
We'll talk later. Thank you for your time. Thanks for stopping
So
in.
the value of that is filled with God.
Cheers.
And so we're very grateful and thankful. My brother.
The nose, the
I've
most.
been trying to tell you guys that for years, but you don't want to believe me, so. Well, I guess if you know, Phil or Josh had many facets to his life. And I kind of thought that I might highlight a little bit about where he came from. And we were talking about the fractured family. Phil's earliest memories were actually when he and I lived at my aunt's house for over a year when he was 3. Actually, he would have been just 2-ish. And so we were reared in our early days by a family member because of the circumstance of our family. Several things I remember about that time was his favorite toy and his constant companion was a pink stuffed puppy dog. The pink pup.
Well, it wasn't very pink. It
Well,
got really grand.
And he had that onward up into his other, older age. And the other thing I remember distinctly about him then was our uncle was a traveling salesman, and he had Buicks. And one of the Buicks he had a ding-dong bell. Now, why he had a ding-dong bell, I have never known all my life. But he would tweak, and we called him Steve then. He would tweak Steve's nose and ring that bell. And Steve just went crazy. I mean, that was, it's like you could see honking the horn, right? A little child could see you honk the horn. But the button for the ding dong bell was on the floor, and he never caught on. He never caught on. And then later, you know, as we grew up on a small farm. Creek ran through it, so, you know, boys will be boys. We'd play in the creek, we'd fish, we'd do whatever. And he really grew up like the rest of us, just, you know, childhood stuff. Something you might not have known, and I brought a reminder, he was a Boy Scout, and one of his biggest achievements was the fact that he was at Philmont, which is the national Boy Scout camp, twice. And that was something he loved, and when he was younger, he did a lot of camping, but he camped in a tent the old-fashioned way, not like us softies who have travel programs, but so I have been blessed by knowing him as a brother, as a friend. He has worked with me since his retirement in my job as an employee for me. And my staff gave him a very loving nickname. We all have nicknames, I can't tell you what mine is. He was known as Fire Marshal Phil. Now, this comes from, we work in buildings where we have to, you know, the fire marshal plays a part in what you do. And so the fire marshal has rules, right? And once you do things certain ways, now that doesn't sound at all like Phil. So that's how he got his name, Fire Marshal Phil. And and I was also pleased to be with him in the last week of his life, and we shared a lot, and it was just a great blessing. Tom, it's your turn. You're one of the brothers. Come on.
Well, I remember the little. See, I didn't know they knew the third name, Steve.
No,
So when he was little, he was Steve. Phil was a new one to me several years ago. And then when I got Josh thrown at me today, I was like, but that's him.
Yes.
And I remember, so I was with him, I spent most of the summer with you, several summers with you guys. And through, I'd say he was probably 10, 11 years old. And I remember two things. Back to the Boy Scouts, Bill was the bossy one of all the cousins. Phil knew how to do stuff. So we put the tents up. Bill wouldn't do it the way Phil wanted, and he would get pissed and go to the house and not sleep in the tent. But Bill would listen to it. Yeah. And I just remember he was independent even as a little kid. He didn't go with the flow. He was his own young man, own child. He saw things through his eyes. He peed the bed a lot, and I swore he did it on purpose because there'd be 4 of us, brothers and cousins, in one double bed. And I swear he did it on purpose. There's no doubt in my mind. And he would probably confess that. So that's what I remember the young man.
You know, he always told us that was so we'd stay warm, but I
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
They were good memories. He just goes so, but yeah, he'd get so mad at you. And then all of a sudden he'd be gone. Yeah.
Well, I'm used to being mad at you.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
So I did not get introduced to you, but I understand you're a local.
Yeah, my name is Eric. I'm from Brazil. I'm sorry about my English. I'm still learning. I met him in the internet, and we have a lot of things in common because we had a lot of passion for Disney and those things. And I was talking to him about how's life here in Orlando. So he used to give a lot of advice on me.
Appreciate it.
He was very nice. He gave a lot of courage to move from Brazil to here. So when I got the news, it was very sad because I really met him personally. But I said, no, I have to be here today to honor this friendship. I'm very thankful and grateful to be here with you guys. And thank you for the opportunity to be here. I know it's a little bit more, and I know that it's with us, not here, but inside our heart.
Oh, he's right there. He's right there. He's with us. Yeah, he is with us.
So I'm very thankful for him.
Yeah,
He's a little mad because he's been sleeping in the truck.
It got hot this morning.
I begin to worry.
Jeff,
I've met him over 25 years ago through mutual friends between camping, and we used to go to cabins together, or go up to Tennessee and rent a 12-bedroom, 12-bath cabin up in the mountains and hang out with a bunch of friends for the weekend. And it was always a fun time. Although you're right, he's very picky. Very picky. Especially didn't like the way you were driving or doing something on the way up. You could all carpool up there. But and, our time to Disney was always good about taking us to Disney and showing us all sorts of little things that you never know about, right? Like the hidden Mickeys and things. I never knew about that until he came around. But he was always a good friend, and I was fortunate that, we were able to go see him a week before he passed. And we stopped over and visit him on a Friday night, which is a drive. I mean, we live over Tampa Way, so it's like rush hour traffic. That'll take you 3 days to get here. But yeah, so I mean, it was good to see him, and I didn't know it was saying goodbye at that time, but it was,
I don't think we ever do.
no. Well, we said goodbye that night. We didn't know it was going to be forever, unfortunately. He was a good friend through it all, thick and thin, fight like brothers. Times we get into things and, hate each other or whatever. Well, hate's probably a strong word.
don't talk to each other for a couple of weeks. So.
Yeah, that's like brothers. We all are like that. We all fight like brothers. He's a good guy.
This is really good because when you think about it, we know people, but we don't really know the whole story. And like Bill said, a lot of you probably didn't realize he was big in scouting. And we look back as we all grow up and different things. What we were talking about, the trains, the fact that so much of the trains there, and trying to figure out what that connection would have been. But, we all have family and relatives that we really don't know as well as we think we do. Because we really don't know their inner thoughts and feelings.
Yes.
And so, if anybody knows the mystery of the trains and can share where all the trains come from.
Yeah, I thought that was, I know he always had the model train magazines coming in, and then I think he wanted a room. But he...
Well, did you ever see, like, at Christmas, because before we used to have a huge train display. Did you never see
I
that?
never seen that train display.
You never put that up?
Not that I
So-
We didn't find that unless it's in the attic of the garage, which
So
I didn't think about until
I didn't. We were up in the attic recently for the AC replacement, and there wasn't anything, because they had to run the lines through, And he showed me all up there, and I had never been up there either, so I didn't see anything up there. It was just the new line that they put through. So
year 2 or 3, like training for lunch was free. Because I came over one time and I just had an interest, right? Because we had something around his tree. He really had, and they were pretty detailed cars that he had.
that train set, maybe did you see that train set that was there? Yeah, several. I only see, yeah.
Maybe it was one.
Really? Wow. Okay.
So I just remember that just briefly because I came in to see
Well, as I grew up, Bill and I were talking about this, and I did have a fascination for trains and used to jump the train and do what we all did. That went through our small little town and that sort of thing. But I was trying to relate to that and think, how did that really come about?
Well, Tom and I think about it. It was omnipresent when we were young.
Yeah, I think there's two things. Their dad
Thank
with
you.
6 kids, working his butt off.
Appreciate it.
Their Christmas was the girls got dolls, a bag, and the boys got Tonka trucks and trains.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. And it was every year. It was Tonka trucks, trains, dolls.
Yeah.
And then behind our grandparents' house, literally was what, 100 feet of their back door. Because this is in Indiana, on a train line. And Bill and I used to lay on the gravel underneath the cars, and we were just talking, so our heads weren't cut off. See how close we could get to the train as it's going by.
How many
And he would have
pennies
been
did he
younger,
find?
so he didn't do the gravel
Maybe it was
thing.
just an wasn't
So I'm thinking it was this interest in, yeah. And they lived there for years, so everybody grew up with those trains in their backyard.
Yeah, see, the sad thing is, my being older, I'm learning about these guys.
Well, you know,
That's a good thing.
yeah, Bill and I were close. He was the same
I
age.
really hope I didn't influence them. There's some things we're not going to talk about. But
Well, I can guarantee you influenced me, okay?
well, the one thing to take away from this is cherish all your friends and all your family. They're all unique. They're all special. They all have something to give. And every part of you, in some way, has been affected and touched by that relationship. Never forget that. And always cherish it.
It's like cooking. Everybody makes spaghetti, but nobody makes it exactly the same.
Well, since we're on, since we're on food, the one thing that Phil was absolutely known for is that we would go over to the diner that's right down the street here by the Metro Diner, and eating with him wasn't an experience. I've ate with him out a lot. We ate out a lot, and I was always prepared when we went in for breakfast, because if they had eggs Benedict on he had the manager cooking the eggs for him. Nope, they just can't get it right. Send it back. I said, I'm thinking they're just eggs. Like, just eat them. They're gonna be. Those will do, I guess. I'm like,
Well,
they're just eggs.
let me tell you an egg story with the family. It goes back. So picture 6 kids, summertime. Their mama, stay-at-home mom, and 6 kids and a cousin. And then there might be different cousins mingled in through the summer. So picture this lady, 1950s and 60s, cooking breakfast in this smaller than a galley kitchen.
Yeah.
But there was a table there. And an L shape, she's drinking Strohs, smoking cigarettes, and frying eggs and bacon. And I guarantee he never got his eggs the way he wanted them. You took them how they came. Take it or leave it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So she would slap food around, and he was probably picky to her. And it just, so I'm going to get the eggs the way I want.
Yeah, he was definitely picky about
You
this.
did just mark that flashback through my mind, and he was trying to tell me that her mom had a little stronger habit than I knew about.
She drank.
So like, no, I don't remember it that way.
But
She was functional.
I just pictured that. Yeah. But also, he grew up without a mother 6 months out of the year because she was hospitalized. And that, again, that goes back to Bill being the oldest of the 4. I was the oldest boy of the 6. But also had a sister that had her issues. So it's kind of fascinating when you think of it. But we all turned out pretty decent.
I don't think so.
Did he work in a chicken or an egg processing like back?
Okay, when we grew up,
He can't defend himself right now.
in the in our later years, we moved to the same town that, by the way, I still live in 57 years later. I was in high school kicking and screaming and didn't want to go. He was younger, so it didn't really affect him. He was going no matter what. And right up the street, you have to understand, this is a rural Indiana town. It's
Right.
small. And we were on literally our house was built on the last street in town. And the town was moving out. At the end of that street, and down a little ways, there was a farmer who raised chickens. And most of us kids, he was our bus driver, most of us kids had an opportunity to pull chickens a
Yeah.
couple times a year.
Right.
Because they would, and that's when he was working. And that
With
was
the eggs and the chickens, and he was telling me stories, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you did. He was telling me, he would tell me stories. And there's an amusement park that he went to and visited. I think it's up near here where he.
It's right in the
And all the
center.
bands that went through
Yeah.
he really enjoyed that. He went up there. I don't know if he had already been diagnosed with it or not, but he had went up there. I think he was working for a job with you in Chicago, and then he was he was doing something, and he had rented that car, and then he was driving up to you. But I think it was around that time. But he enjoyed that. He showed me pictures of that park that he once went to, and all his old running grounds, and he shared that with me, which was cool. And and that's, I heard about the eggs and the chickens and all this different stuff. And I was trying to think like how old he was and what era, like when he remembered, like what, because I was thinking, was he old enough to go to into war because of the Vietnam and stuff like that when the draft was coming out?
He probably missed that.
Right, because he was younger than that, and
yeah.
so that's why he didn't get. Then I was like, oh, okay, so you were younger.
He and I were there.
Right. So it's a whole. He missed it by the years because he was younger and didn't make that. And then, right. So they grew up in through the different times.
So what you're talking about, in this little town, there are two man-made lakes
Uh-huh.
that in the 30s they built dams on this river and created these lakes for hydropower. And it's very interesting. This little town has had 3 different dams. One of them
Thanks for
literally
stopping in.
is behind my house,
Appreciate it.
but it's not
I'm
there.
just having memories and talking about Phil.
And then our local power company back in the
Thank you for
30s
being here.
saw that they could dam
This is what it is, guys. We're just
generate electricity.
sharing
So
stories
those
and
became
remembering Phil.
recreational areas.
Thank you guys for joining me.
And a local
To you for joining me.
in our
Thank you.
area
This isn't about money. This isn't about views. This isn't about subscribers. It's just about Phil and having a drink on Phil.
to build
So thank you.
And it's called
Everyone who stopped in
Indiana
today.
Beach.
Thank you.
And it's in the middle of nowhere. Literally. We're about halfway between Indy and Chicago on this little lake. Mr. Spackman started that as soon as the lakes were formed and owned it until his death at 95. And Phil would have worked there.
Okay.
And he's right. They had a ballroom. This ballroom, they used to have big bands come and play.
Before they were big.
And, well, no, I'm talking about big bands like Glenn Miller.
Yeah, but wasn't it like before they were big? Like some of them anyway? That
Yeah,
was
they do
like.
state fairs, county
So
fairs.
they
Yeah.
had this area, and as that music
Right.
began to die out, then they were bringing in bands like The Doors,
Who Died Tonight.
Who,
Yeah, the Who.
before they
Right.
were.
Right.
And the Beatles never played there but it really surprised me that they didn't. But they came with so much fervor in '64 that my connection to them was I ushered as a Boy Scout at the arena state fair for the Beatles.
Wow.
That's one of the things our troop did to make money. The venue was a big basketball stadium, basically, where they had couches and everything else. The Beatles, that's where they performed in Indianapolis. But it's very nostalgic for me now because we're all getting older up there. I have a friend who has been digging out all of this old memorabilia from the beach. It's really interesting to see who.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Who was actually there. And the thing is, you can go to the beach and you can see the Who or Chicago, for $6.
Right. Yeah, he brought a shirt home with all the bands and all the dates. And I was like blown away by some of the bands that I was reading on the back of that shirt. I'm just like, wow. Everybody came through here,
Well,
which was cool.
If you didn't cook chickens, you worked at the beach.
Yeah.
And
Right.
all of us have done it.
Remember when Disney started, there was nothing here.
That's right.
It was in the middle of nothing. Bought up all that land, privately, little groups here and there, and formed it all as one of those business that it would have turned into. Cedar Town may be like this in 50 years.
So are you a cast member?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they told me I was too tall and too heavy.
Oh. Well, that's interesting because I met some cast members last August.
Now, I was when they had Pleasure Island or something. They had all the bars and stuff. Now what's that other Disney Springs or whatever there now? But they used to have a whole like entertainment night thing and like a country western bar there. And those was like bars. I applied there to be a bartender, and that's what they told me. I was too tall and too heavy. I'm like, I don't fit into any costumes. Why do we Mickey Mouse and make a bar? I mean, it made no sense. You go there, people wearing jeans and a shirt. I'm like, too big for the costume. Okay. So no, that was my try to get into Disney back in the 90s. Now I see they hire all sorts of good people. Yeah, they probably got in trouble for it.
But like I said, we have done a special event. They expect you to fill the bill as a cast member. And not only did the lecture us, but like I said, he helped train my staff to act like so we can make part of that.
Still living?
Yeah.
We're still live?
We're still live.
Are they watching you or watching
He's
you?
got
Well-
that other one.
They're watching me. They're listening to stories and so they're listening and watching, and we have 25 people here right now. So yeah, and I mean, regardless, it comes down to that they're here supporting me. Like making sure that giving me hugs. I've gotten a bunch of hugs. So.
Are any of my friends on there?
Well, I haven't seen any new names pop up, so no.
We're not sure Bill has friends.
Oh,
I didn't know Bill had friends.
My wife isn't even on there, right?
No, she hasn't stopped in yet. No.
Her name's not Diapers, so you won't see it.
But we're just I did want to have so we did have I don't know, probably 20 or 30 people that did a toast with us when we were doing it here all at the same time, so in his honor as well. So and like I said, this is a way that they could watch as
Right,
well.
and they told me that they would be toasting at 3 o'clock, wherever it was.
Yeah, and there's some also other friends in here that that knew him as well. That whatever around, whether it's around the country or around the world, around the country or the state here, that they just couldn't make it, but they can at least come here and experience and see what it is. Just to see the setup over here and see everybody here, and then like you guys can send it to them, and I mean, it's okay. It's just it's a stream. It's a live stream. We're live.
Now, I will say this, that in August.
Oh, been watching. Oh, Chantel? Who's Chantel? Chantel.
Yeah, is she on there?
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, don't
She's
let her
here.
see who I'm with.
Guys, she's here. Richard, please read.
Don't pan this way.
Oh yeah.
We got him. Yeah, wait. Yep. He's here. He's okay. He's accounted for. We found him.
Handcuffs yet.
We know where he's at. We're okay.
So in August, we are going to have another memorial service for him.
She's here, guys. She's here. She's here. Where's she at? She's right over there.
Who knew him from school.
Miss you.
He's still close with several people in town. So we thought that would be appropriate. Plus, the rest of the family is close to us. Lives in Indianapolis or Anderson or that, So for them, that will be an opportunity to come and enjoy it. And Jeff and Linda will be there. You guys ought to come on too.
We're trying to work it.
Huh?
We're trying to work it.
Oh, all right. Cool. That would be great. So, that way, his great nieces and nephews will have an opportunity to do that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he thinks he's retired, but he went back to work.
I know, he has a habit of getting fired.
That happens to the best of us.
It happens to all of us.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
But what I was going to say is that when we do it, I don't know, Richard, whether I know we have the capability to live stream it. So I'll talk to Tony and see if we can, maybe we can, is there a way to link it to you? Or?
Yeah, you can do that on YouTube. You have a YouTube? Maybe.
I don't think we have a YouTube channel. But
Yeah. Well, see that here's the whole thing about YouTube too. It's like you have to have 50 subscribers to even go live. So that's like a whole thing in itself as well. So, when is that?
it will be Sunday.
It's on the back of the,
Yeah.
Is it this Sunday?
No, it's in August.
Oh, it's in August.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's the first Sunday in August.
Okay. And that's up in Indiana. And that's the whole. That's his basically burial ceremony. Is that what that is? That.
He will be interned in Indianapolis at a later date.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That was his request. And what we are doing is exactly what he requested to have done.
Exactly. He wanted.
I want to have a party. I want to have fireworks.
Yeah.
And
I mean, this is his favorite place to eat. I mean, this is where we came when I even took him. I even came here and I came here and picked him up a roll and took it to him in the hospital when he was in the first time. And I said, "You can have a roll, right? Like, I'll go and get you your roll and bring it to you, So I told them, I'd picking them and taking them up the roll.
And for those of you who might know that he doesn't like fireworks, pyrotechnics, he will at the August memorial be shot off in fireworks. It's already being arranged.
As his ashes. being shot.
Some of his ashes
Some of
will-
it will be exploded in fireworks.
Absolutely.
Who has a calendar is the first Saturday in, first Sunday in August. I have a class reunion on Saturday and then we arrange it for the Sunday. So whoever's got the calendar.
Yeah, guys. So if you want to be blown up,
Yeah, see, she knows how to bring it back. Yep. Because we're not old.
Richard,
Good to see you. Hey, we are. I've been through a couple surgeries, so I had knee surgery and a shoulder surgery, so I know.
good to see you. Yeah, we're.
Okay.
Sir,
The cake in the face.
I wasn't there for that specific one, but I know it was at an event. It was at an event. I don't speak. I had asked him. It was some kind of. I think it was like one of those things, pie in the face type things. It was a game. Answer the question wrong. One of those types of, and he got it in the.
This is Josh.
Good to see everyone. Thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. Here's the little memorial we have set up here. I know I showed it before, but I'll show it again. Everybody loves this picture. So funny. It says, "Thank you for your outstanding work. You will be missed. From your friends at Facet," which I think was like an IT company. Here you go, Phil. 10 years. Walt Disney Company. Yeah.
If you look as AB, he gets to sit in a booster chair.
So yeah, guys. He was 69. He would have been 70 in November.
Yeah, because I was talking to him, we're Sagittarius babies.
Yeah.
Because I was December, he was December.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I don't know when it was in December.
This was November 26th, yeah.
Mine's December the 5th, so.
Oh, okay. You were right there a couple days. Thanks, everyone. Cancer, Elijah. Cancer, lung cancer. I think it was the radiation that killed him. The radiation along with the chemo. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being here. All right. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to end it here because we're going to head out here and do some sparklers here in a minute. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. In case you want to know where we're at the Mizu Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi. Phil and I would always come in here and always have sushi, guys. You know, I may go up there eventually. I don't know. That's a whole thing to go up there, and you know, you should take the stream you should take the stream so those here Phil's family can see too. Yeah. How old was he in the pic with the cream? It was a couple of years ago. I think it was probably 3 or so years ago, I'm guessing. Pie in the face incident there. I think that was 1922. I don't know if it was before or after COVID. So thank you all for being here today. I think I was going to end it here so I can go in and just spend some time and just make sure I spend some time with the family. And I think we've heard all the stories. I think we've seen all the things and done all the things, and I appreciate everyone stopping in here today and supporting me for this. Thank you for remembering Phil with me. Thanks, guys. So, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I think we're going to end it here. And, thank you guys for joining me today here, during this celebration of life with Phil, and having a drink for me or whatever you guys had it. And thanks for being here, guys. You guys made it a lot easier for me to to remember him and just be here for it, you know. Maybe that sounds good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it here. My name is Richard, in case you guys didn't know that. Thank you for finding me today. I hope this message that I'm about to tell you finds you and finds you well, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter where you're at. You don't have to be sitting in a park or anywhere special. So, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday is history, guys, and you can't do anything about it to get it back. Tomorrow is a mystery. We haven't gotten there yet. But today, ladies and gentlemen, right now, in this exact moment, everything has led up to this moment, guys. Everything that you and I have ever done in our entire life has led up to this exact moment, right here, right now. And I think It's somewhat of a superpower to stand in the present moment and to actually believe that this moment, right now, is leading you and I somewhere extraordinary. We just don't know when or where it's going to happen. And that's why today is a gift, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why we call it the present. Here we are. Welcome. Please take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Do something kind for someone. And if nothing else, ladies and gentlemen, from my heart to yours, I love you. I love you for the support that you have for me and the support that you have for the channel. And it doesn't go unnoticed. And I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I truly do. Thank you so much. One more thing, guys, and this is the second time I've said this today, is that you are enough. And that the world that we live in every day is a better place because you are in it. And don't let anyone ever tell you different. You are a gift to this world. And someone out there is waiting to receive it. So don't make them wait. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today, celebrating the life of my good friend Phil at one of our favorite restaurants, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And you guys need anything, let me know. Alright? Thank you for joining me today, guys. Really, I appreciate it. It's amazing to have this much support here. And Felix, get a hold of me. Send me an email. I need your address and stuff if you want the painting and stuff. So get a hold of me, bud. Hey, thank you for hosting. Love you. Thank you. Love you too, bud. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here, guys. Love you. We'll see you all in the next one. I may take the rest of the day off, and tomorrow. I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow either. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Okay. I love you guys. See you all in the next one. Okay. Love you. Thanks for being here.